You're here again. I fear the winter may come and go before our tale is fully told. But it's best not to tarry. When we last left the clerics in our story, they were still searching the Durst Manor, their misgivings growing as the house continued to close around them, suffocating amid its mysterious nature. But perhaps you are more interested in the surprise of the animated soldier. While rusted with age, it moved with ferocity, attacking our heroes. Graves attacked first, after seeing Onyx narrowly avoiding a blow. He struck the armor, causing the armor to focus its attention upon him, shoving him over the ledge, forcing him to fall directly down 2 stories. Onyx, in a desperate attempt to help, was able to strike the armor with a resounding force of sound. The reverberation pushed the armor down the same path Graves had traversed. Graves was unable to move in time, and the armor knocked him unconscious. Fearing for his companion, Conarith attempted to strike the armor by leaping from on high, but unfortunately fell unconscious next to Graves and the animated knight. Herbert was successful in striking the final blow to the armor before it could salvage its power. Rescued by Herbert's healing spell, Graves and Conarith were able to return to full strength. Our mob of missionaries, brushing themselves off, began to further explore the mysterious manor. Opening a nearby door, they came face to face with the specter of a nursemaid. They quickly found this to be a spirit of a woman of the house, who had no knowledge of her own death, and whom appeared to be continuing with her daily routine. Conarith began to search the area for the infant, Walter, quickly finding a nursery, only to find a bundle that appeared to disintegrate as soon as he unwrapped it. The party began to discuss everything they had seen. They came to the conclusion this house was a farce, and that they could just search it more thoroughly for answers rather than rush, looking for this monster or Walter. The master bedroom was in the next room. The party entered quickly, finding the poisoned corpse of Gustav Durst, the master of the manor. Though he did not appear to be human, he appeared to be a fiend of some kind of ghoulish nature. Upon examination, the party determined that he had been dead less than a few hours. They also found, clutched in the hand of Gustav, a letter noting his suicide and a plea for his children to forgive him for the monster that he had become. The clerics then turned their attention to Dimov, the brother of Gustav, who they believed was a puppet master of this house of death. Finding a secret passageway to the 4th floor, the party began to search for the room of Dimov. They quickly found it, though they found no evidence of suspicious activity. However, they did find a letter from Gustav, imploring Dimov to watch over his children as they grew up. Finding a key, the group of clerics began searching for the matching lock. In their search, they found the evidence of the nursemaid's murder. Her body was hidden inside a trunk. The clerics worked together to discover that the nursemaid had given birth in the previous months, and had been dead only a few hours, like Gustav. Within the same room, the clerics found many skulls and other signs that all was not as it seemed. Shaking off these grim discoveries, they continued their search. Finding a guest room, the clerics quickly found that there was only one thing of note within the room: a small doll with red locks and a yellow sundress adorned with lace. Seeing an opportunity for rest, the companions spoke of what they had been doing before their trip to Barovia, then decided it was best to move on. Graves gathered the doll, stating that it could be useful to calm the children if they find them. Only one room remained in the attic. The clerics left it for last, for it was different and was locked from the outside, as if something was being kept in, rather than kept out. Preparing themselves, they used the key that they had found in Dimov's room. It worked, and as the light poured into the room, they saw 2 dusty beds sized for children. Within the room was a beautiful, ornate dollhouse that appeared to be a perfect replica of this death house that they had entered. While the walls and furnishings were lavish, they were also draped in cobwebs, and the windows were covered with bricks so no light could trickle in. But what horrified them most was lying in the middle of the floor, 2 small skeletons wearing tattered but familiar clothing.